We're always talking about the dreams we want to come true, but how many have you already made happen?
Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Welcome to the Hopefulist. Thank you for joining me today for your daily dose of inspiration and positivity. Starting out with the quote of the day coming from Mark Nepo. The flower doesn't dream of the bee, it blossoms and the bee comes. The flower doesn't dream of the bee, it blossoms and the bee comes. Be yourself, be yourself, and your squad will come. Your needs will come. Your dreams will come. Had a very lovely time yesterday. Met a friend of mine for a little happy hour gathering. Hadn't seen each other in quite a while. Got to catch up, have an adult beverage or two. And we, at the last minute, decided to go to a place we hadn't been in quite a while. Most beautiful surroundings. I actually posted a picture of it on the group page if you would like to check it out. There were corn stalks and mums and pumpkins, and they even had the leftover flowers from the summer. Just beautiful, just beautiful. The person that owns this property, owns several, and I've always admired the landscaping, all of the effort and time and money they must put into the landscaping. And to me, it makes it so much more worth it. I will go to one of these properties probably more so than others, just because it's just so cool to sit around and take in the beauty around you. Am I being a little too frou-frou today? That's okay. I'm feeling a little frou-frou. Look at that picture and you would be too. Nice fire pit. Oh, it was great. Love it. Love it. Got my own mums. My husband came home from work yesterday. He's like, babe, your mums are looking really good out front. I'm like, you know what? They are. Thank you. They didn't transition real well at first. I had planted them. Gave them a little bit of Miracle Grow. They perked right up. They were just a little hungry. Just wanted a little food. No big deal. The topic for today, wanted to do something a little fun for a Friday. Have you ever named your car? I am sure that I named almost all of my cars, and I really don't remember them. I do remember when I got my Cavalier. It was my very first brand new car. I called that Candy Cavalier. But I had a number of cars before that, and a very old friend of mine commented on this post and said, did the Pinto have a name? I don't remember. First of all, it was not a Pinto. It looked exactly like a Pinto. It was a Mercury Bobcat. It was a hand-me-down from my mother, and it was screaming yellow. So bright yellow. And I often joked that I would never lose that car in a parking lot. That was my very first car. Hatchback. Yeah. The memories. The memories. Rose says, yes, my first Mustang was Mickey, and my second was Marty. Cheryl says she's never named her car. John says, yes, Betsy. Kevin says, my 1998 Chevy Astro van was Old Bessie. Oh, my. Anthony says, a red Buick convertible named her Christine. Ooh, scary. Eve says, Tilly. Lauren says, always. From my 79 Toyota Corolla Jake to my 2019 Hyundai Kona Bodhi. Bodhi? Kelly says, Coco. When I drove a brown car, my car is now black and called Pepper. Larissa says, my mom actually named my first new car I ever bought Rosie. Wilbur says, Upos? I'm not sure. Dolores says, Goldie, a gold Chevy Lumina van, pointy front, looked like a missile. Gigi says, Wonder car was a Celica. So named because when I was younger, I was a horrible driver and had to get it repaired so many times. My current car is Big Blue. Oh, Gigi, are you a Giants fan? Big Blue. That is a Giants fan nickname. Or a nickname of the team. Marnie says, Pearl is my current. She's a Juke. I like the Jukes. They're a little different looking. I kind of dig them. I know my niece had a Juke for a little while. She said it was a little bit too small for her. So it's funny about Gigi talking about she was a horrible driver. I had a number of accidents in my youth. I'm sure my sister's thinking that right now. And I also used to, get on people when they would hassle me about the number of accidents that I had. And I'd be like, it's called an accident for a reason. It wasn't done on purpose. It was an accident. Right? Leave me alone. I've gotten better. That is the important thing. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I caused quite a few accidents in my time. The blog post for today, we're talking about the dreams that have come true. The dreams that you always thought would never happen, and bam, here they are. So often, when we think about our self-image, which is what we've been talking about all week, we concentrate on what we haven't achieved rather than what we have. We tend to be future-focused, which is okay, but we have to stop occasionally and pat ourselves on the back for how far we have come. It's so important for our own sense of self to always remember how much we have done along the way, how many dreams we have already made come true. Posted a picture of my house today, the one I never thought I would have on the water. It's not the best house in the neighborhood. It's not the worst house in the neighborhood, but it's in the location that I want it for sure. It's the house that I thought would always be way over budget and out of reach for us in this lifetime. But where there is a will, there is a way. There are a number of forces that came together to allow us to grab this little slice of heaven. We first ended up in this neighborhood when we quickly, unexpectedly, sold our condo and needed a place to live. We took on a 2-year lease for a rental in this neighborhood. While living here, I realized that we were in a good position to make a purchase of our own. Now, property values were low due to still the aftermath of Superstorm Sandy, which our area got hit hard with. But they were starting to go back up again, the property values, that is. So I knew within a year or so, a house in this neighborhood would be out of reach for us once again. We looked for a long time, about 6 months. Finally, I found this house myself as I kayaked past it one day and saw the for sale sign. It was out of our budget. It was, in fact, I'm going to say way out of our budget. I thought we could probably swing it if we limited our monthly bills. This is why I often complain about my cable. We have no channels. And if I could start making a little more money, we could make it work. Probably be house poor, but if you're going to be house poor, this is the house to be poor in, right? We took the plunge. We've been here for almost 4 years now and have made every mortgage payment so far, fingers crossed. A dream come true. So when I tend to be hard on myself for things I haven't achieved as of yet, I need to always remember how much I have already made happen in my life, and you need to do the same. Do me a favor. Look around you right now, wherever you are. What do you see that at one time was only a dream? Is it the house you're living in? Is it your children, your spouse, your job, your car? If you take the time to look at what you have, which you only dreamed of at one time, I think you will find you have quite a bit to be proud of. And it's so important to remind ourselves of this because we so rarely do it. Sometimes we need to be patient. I know it's really hard, but the really good stuff often takes longer. I remember going to see my aunt's new house last year. She has this amazing kitchen, super up to date. I was going on and on about how beautiful it was. I mean, they actually, gutted a house and made it to their specifications. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And she said, well, it took me until age 60 to get my dream kitchen. Yeah, sometimes we just have to be patient and keep working. All things come in time. Try to be patient while working toward your goal. I've recommended in the past, I'm doing so again, that you write yourself a letter touting all of your accomplishments. Write a letter to your younger self saying how far you have come and all that you have. Trust me when I say you will feel really good about yourself if you do this. Include everything from professional goals to physical goals and personal goals. What does your family look like? How are those kids making out? Are you putting yourself first? If it isn't the life you've always dreamed of, how much closer are you now than you once were? Every little bit of progress counts. Keep looking around and counting your blessings. Do you have a great dog? I know I do. Is your house decorated exactly how you want it? Do you have enough food in the fridge? Access to clean water and electricity? A favorite sweatshirt and boots to put on for the day? Count it all. Once you realize how far you've already come, it will give that self-image a big boost. The future won't look so insurmountable once you realize how much you've already tackled and achieved. Keep doing you. Keep working toward those goals and dreams with the knowledge that you've done it before, so, of course, you can keep crushing it. You've already proven you have it in you. Just keep going. Just keep doing. Just keep dreaming. It's Cocktail Friday, y'all. We made it. Woohoo! It is the weekend. Hope you can grab an adult beverage later today. Meanwhile, have a fantastic weekend and be safe in whatever you do. Go on and be your badass self. I'm cheering you on.
Thank you for listening to The Hopefulist, hosted by Wendy McClure. For more inspiration, please visit Hopefulist.com. Thanks, and we'll see you tomorrow on The Hopefulist.
Friday, Friday, Friday.